Hi, today I'm going to be taking a look at the Mad Max Fury Road Black and Chrome Edition. Now, just to give you a little bit of an introduction to myself and my history with the Mad Max movies, I have been a huge fan of the Mad Max series since I was a teenager. I remember the very first Mad Max film I saw was The Road Warrior. One of my local TV stations played it. I think I was about 13 when I saw it. And that movie just completely blew me away. And it's still my all-time favorite film, but I love all of the films in the Mad Max series, including Mad Max Fury Road. Now, I was very intrigued when I heard that George Miller was doing this black and chrome edition. I thought, this sounds a bit odd, because one of the things that really appealed to me about Fury Road was the color. It had such eye-popping, dazzling color, so I couldn't really imagine what that would look like in black and white. So I got a copy of it and I had a look, and overall I was very, very impressed. Does this black and chrome version replace the original color version? No, and I will get more into that later in the video. How does the black and chrome version differ from the original color version? I will also discuss that. There are quite a few differences, but also a lot of similarities. So let's get down to it and have a look at the black and chrome version of Mad Max Fury Road. Now, my first impression of Mad Max Fury Road Black and Chrome is that it is extremely stunning. The visuals are incredible. It's in very bold black and white. The contrast is very strong, and it makes for a very, very striking visual experience. So, how exactly does the black and chrome version differ? Well, I would say that it's much more sparse and it's much more grim, and it seems to be a little less alive. And I think due to that, the desolation is much more noticeable. You can definitely see muscle tones. I noticed in the black and chrome version that muscle tone and facial features seem to pop right out. Especially when we saw the people who lived in the Citadel, the poor people, their face, the desolation and desperation on their faces really seem to jump out in the black and chrome version. The light and the dark definitely accentuate the story and the extremities of the story. As I mentioned, this is definitely a variation. It's just another take on the Mad Max Fury Road story, and I really don't think it's meant to replace the color version. My preference is definitely with the eye-popping colors of the original, but this variation is certainly valid and has its own merit. Now, there were two places in the film where I really noticed that the absence of color was a drawback. And if you watch the introduction to the film by George Miller, he actually admits that there are spots in the film where the absence of color is definitely a negative. The two places I really noticed it was with the green foliage. When we see Immortan Joe run through the big room with all the plants growing, the absence of the green really seemed to hit me. And also the flares. During one of the chase scenes, we saw some flares shoot up into the sky, and they pop into some brilliant shades of red. That was extremely dull in this version. I really missed the sort of extravagant colors of that particular scene. Overall, the black and chrome version is lean, mean, and gritty. I also must say that the lighting in the palace, when we see interior shots of the war boys inside Immortan Joe's palace, the lighting is very, very striking and very bold. I really enjoyed that. Overall, the black and chrome version, I noticed a parallel to a lot of classics from the Hollywood of days gone by. I really seemed to notice sort of a parallel between this and a lot of Hollywood classics from the 30s and the 40s. And there were a lot of small details that I did not notice in the color version. Now, I will say, I would highly recommend that you watch this film in a dark room. I did watch part of this film during the day, during bright daylight hours in a bright room, and then I watched the second half in a dark room at night. The difference was incredible, so you can really benefit the most from watching this film in a dark room. Trust me, you'll get the absolute full effect if you do that. Overall, I love the black and chrome version. It does not replace the color version. I would definitely recommend it, especially if you are a devout Mad Max fan, just like me. So that's my look at Mad Max Fury Road, the black and chrome edition. Certainly if you're a fan of the Mad Max series, I would definitely recommend that you give it a try. Again, it's not a replacement of the original color version. I think it's just meant to be a variation. It doesn't replace the color version, but it definitely complements it. Thank you for watching. I hope you can join us again next time. Please leave a comment, give us a thumbs up, and please, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do. I post new videos weekly, and the best way to stay on top of all the latest videos is to subscribe. Thank you for watching. We'll see you again next time. Take care. Bye-bye.